Oh boy. Don't come for me. Please, please be peaceful. I come in peace. I come in peace. Don't come for me, bro. This is my nightmare. Okay, if you hear laughing in the background, that's going to be because somebody is watching Thai licorns or Thai funny sketches online or whatever. If you hear exasperated sighs or anything, it's because they're watching xenophobic Thai quote-unquote news reports. It's been a tough, depressing week for me, I will not lie. The future looms dark. Having handled risk management procedures before in some of my old jobs, I am more or less wired to foresee unintended consequences and potential outcomes of current situations. By the way, sorry if you hear screaming in the background. The neighbor's child is having a moment with her dog. I saw stickers on the poor thing's face the other day. I'm seeing some very dark days ahead and feel as if my hands are tied in doing anything to mitigate the circumstances. On paper, everything is fine at the moment. Everything is okay and functional. I have lots of leisure time and life is free of drama and stresses. Real stresses. I have zero debt now. I don't owe any credit cards. I don't have a car payment. I have zero debt now for the first time as an adult since I was, 24, 25 years of age. So right at this moment, everything is fine, but I don't live in the moment. I seldom do. I'm always thinking of what the future is going to be or how things are going to turn out if the current circumstances play out. This leads to panic attacks, depression, and debilitating anxiety. And right now, I can't afford that. I can't. I don't want to hurt anyone, and when I'm dark and moody, I know it rubs off. The only times lately where I'm quote-unquote in the moment is if I've got my nose in a good book and I'm sipping a nice cup of joe in a relaxing coffee shop. Hence, here I am, hurting nobody and trying to appreciate the flash in the pan that is today. Lounge Khaw. I know it's spelled lounge Khaw or whatever, but it's pronounced lounge Khaw, as in food or rice. I'm not sure why it's spelled this way in English. I assume it's to differentiate the tone from the Thai word for to enter. For those of you who are confused, tones and vowel length don't add context or intent or emphasis the way English tones do. Instead, the tone actually changes the word. So, my are three different words in Thai. And changing the length or the tone can actually mean the difference between saying sainom, or to add milk or with milk, and to shake your breast. The translation of the name Lounge Khaw is actually rice mill, so it's the rice mill coffee shop. So the English name of Lounge Khaw isn't a translation, but just an English naming convention for branding's sake. Located in the town of Ban Thum on the west side of Khon Kaen, the coffee shop can easily be described as glam treehouse. Three of the seating areas are exposed to the elements except for the roof and the curtains that serve as walls. On a cool, breezy day, like today, I might add, it's very relaxing. The coffee runs about 70 baht, so about 30 to 40% less than what you'd pay at a Starbucks. Now, this is strictly a coffee shop, so except for a few pastries and drinks, don't expect to eat a full meal at this place. It was definitely designed from the ground up as a coffee shop. The place is well kept, cleaned, and dusted. The furniture is well maintained, and there are no signs of neglect anywhere. The photos on Google Maps do this place no justice. It's inviting and relaxing. The sounds of the neighborhood happenings and stuff in the background and the traffic on the roads can be heard, though aren't distracting. The music being played is modern pop music like The Weeknd or Justin Bieber. The volume is just loud enough to create a space for the cafe without being distracting or annoying. Many mom and pop spaces aren't wheelchair accessible, and this one is a step even beyond that. There is a space at the bottom floor that can be used, but it's lacking the same glam treehouse vibe that the upper floors do. The experience just isn't the same. And all other floors require you to take your shoes off and ascend narrow wooden stairs. Like I said, a treehouse. So if you suffer from any physical ailment that makes climbing steps difficult, this place is probably a pass for you. A lady brought her son here and he seemed to really enjoy the treehouse experience and climbing up and down, like all the way to the top level and back again and stuff like that. He really liked it. My only concern for children being here is that the top level looks down upon the seating below without a railing. There's no rail along the steps nor the plank that leads to the upper treehouse. This just wouldn't be legal in the United States. It should be noted, though, that if I were to design my own house, I would have a section of the house exactly like this. Sitting outside and experiencing the outdoors while technically being indoors is my preferred way to spend my time. I was able to stay for an hour to get my mind off of some things. I honestly think part of my problem is I just need to increase my mitochondria and energy reserves. Everything feels daunting when I'm tired. Energetic people may panic about experiences and they may have anxiety, but I'm guessing it's causing them more to just produce outcomes than to just seethe in it. And it's time I pick up the pace and get some stuff done. I mean, in this world, you may have friends and family who can help you in the darkest of times, and that's great. But at the end of the day, I can curse the circumstances that are difficult. I can lament on the obstacles in my way. I can let the excuses pile up. Or I can write down the objective, have no opinions about the difficulty level, just write down the objective, and allow myself the discomfort of accomplishing it. I posted 2 videos previously about obtaining a driver's license in Thailand. To be honest, I actually harbored resentment that I had to do this because of the fact that I lost my driver's license, and that was not my fault. The person tasked with holding on to it while I was abroad either lost it or forgot I tasked her with keeping it. So I could have just thrown my hands up and said, I've got no license, so I can't rent a car here in Khon Kaen. Because I can't rent a car, I can't take the test. Because the test requires 90% to pass, I'm going to fail, etc., etc., etc. But I chose instead to write down the objective and pursue it, regardless of how I felt. Most things are solvable. If you don't solve it, don't blame the problem itself. Don't let somebody else accomplish your goals. You see, if you wait until you feel like doing it, nothing happens. Nothing. I have very little patience for talk these days. You can talk about it or you can do it. If you want to come to Thailand and sit in a lounge, in a treehouse too, if you want to ponder a cloudy, seeping malaise while sipping a cappuccino, get your passport. Give up the cigarettes or the vaping or drinks. Stop purchasing video games or whatever and make it happen. If you don't know how to get a passport, Google it. Most of the answers are out there. Again, most problems are solvable. Just don't rely on others to solve them. Like the Buddha said, you yourself must attain enlightenment. Now, I am living with one depressing, heartbreaking, inevitable, unsolvable problem, but all other aspects encircling the imminent outcome can be mitigated. All the surrounding circumstances, more or less, are solvable, and it's up to me to fix them. No one else is responsible nor tasked with coming to the rescue. So, Lounge Khaw, I bid you farewell today. Thank you for the lovely coffee and the chance to get away, if only for a small moment. If only to experience solace for one fleeting hot minute. It was nice. Time to motor. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.